Okay, welcome guys to our Empowered Women's Call. It is the 8th of April 2019 if you're watching back the recording. I am always so excited to be able to host this event because it has completely changed my own life, and I'm so incredibly passionate about it, and I'm so grateful that I get to share with other women how this business, product, program has impacted me, how it has empowered me as a woman. It has not only helped me live my best lifestyle and my healthiest self for me and my two beautiful girls, but the business side has really helped me find my voice and step into a confidence that I've never known before in myself, a self-love that I've never had before, and that truly is just transformational on so many different levels that it's hard to even express really in just a few sentences. So we are going to hear some other stories from women and they can share how it's impacted them also. But first of all, I really want to share a little bit about our incredible product and program, which is all how we all got to connect actually into this community. And that's another one of the great gifts of what we do, is this community of women who raise one another up, and we are all on this same mission to transform healthy living around the world. And when you find a mission that is greater than yourself, a purpose in life that is more than about yourself, the emotional revenue that comes with that, the growth that you experience as a person, and just the fulfillment. I truly believe that giving back and service is the nature of every human being, but sometimes we get so caught up in survival mode that we forget how important that is to our happiness. And the fact that we get to serve and do that together is just, it's just so powerful. Women, when they come together, are just absolutely unstoppable. So that program is called the Juicy Body Transformation Program, and I've personally been on my own health journey and worked as a health professional for over 15 years now. And what I've found, and particularly as I transitioned into being a mum and having other priorities and, you know, caring about the health of my children, my family, what I've realized is so many people are just so confused and conflicted with what's healthy, what's not. You know, there's paleo, vegetarian, vegan, everyone is shouting so much noise in this field that everyone is completely confused. And everything that I've learned over the years, we've put into this program, and it really is about bringing peace and simplicity back to healthy eating, to take the confusion out, to take away the deprivation and the things that aren't sustainable, like calorie counting and all these crazy things that we've learned to do over the years, and really just coming back to balance and the wisdom of real food. And when we come back to whole food, there is no confusion. But, you know, there is an education on how to cook it in a way that is pleasing and just as delicious, if not more so, than the junk food that, you know, we all crave and desire. So that's what the program is. It's free of deprivation. It's family friendly. Husbands love the recipes. Children love the recipes. It will help you get health results. And no matter what that means to you, for some people that means weight loss, because getting healthy means losing weight if you're overweight. Getting healthy means clearer skin, perhaps, you know, fewer joint pain issues. And like, there's just so many incredible results that we've had on a health transformation. And we will hear a story about that tonight as well. Within the program, we host it through Facebook. We have over 30,000 people now on that lifestyle mission. I truly believe that when you plug into our program, you will never have to go on another diet ever again. And you will hear that from so many people who have done the program. That is a lot of the feedback that we get. We have hundreds of recipes, support tools, shopping guides, meal plans, you name it. Everything that you need is within the program. Then we have our nutrition support, which is called Juice Plus, and these are our fruit, veg, and berry blend capsules here. And this is a really incredible catalyst for helping people to create change, because we're able to flood people's bodies at a cellular level with whole food nutrition, with thousands of plant chemicals. These products are made with real food, real fruits and veggies, the broad spectrum of the rainbow, so we're bridging the gap with what we are eating and what we should be eating. And what that does at a cellular level is help your body crave more of a healthy lifestyle. When you compare Juice Plus to a supplement has only a handful of vitamins, they're synthetically derived and they're fractured from the whole. So you might have some B's, you might have C, maybe A, and a few other things, maybe some zinc. When you are taking whole food or eating whole food, you are getting thousands of those plant chemicals that are in a beautiful synergy that we are yet to unlock the magic of as, you know, human beings, as scientists. So it's very hard to replicate Mother Nature on a synthetic level, and that's why we choose this as our nutrition support product. It's safe for pregnancy, it's safe for breastfeeding, it's safe for kids of all ages. Very few vitamins meet that criteria. It is also the most researched supplement on the planet today, and we get to sponsor children for free with the product when adults are taking the product, which is really cool too, because it means we are helping whole families build healthy food cultures within the home, and we're impacting generations, not just one person in the home that's wanting to lose some weight or whatever that might be. So obviously it is about the real people and the real stories. So I'm going to have Beck share her personal story with the program and the product.
Hey, Kira. Hey,
Hi,
ladies.
I'm sorry, I just froze then. Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay, good. There we go.
Thank you, Kira. So I started the program around 3.5 years ago now. When I started, I was actually overdue with our third little boy. And then about a week into the program, we then had 3 boys that were 3 and under. So obviously life was busy, and I wanted some more energy, and that was my whole reason of getting started. And within about 2 weeks of starting, I definitely noticed an increase in energy. And not only that, I pretty much done a whole overhaul of our pantry. Sorry, I still have 4 little ones awake. We were cooking out of jars and packet mixes and making stir fries, thinking that were really healthy, and meat and veg and stuff for tea, but not thinking about all of those additives and all of the crap that was all in those jars. So I got rid of all of that and really just started cooking from scratch, using the program and then making up my own recipes with the guidelines. Like, I learned so much in such a little time of new ways to cook for myself and my family. And I think the biggest thing was just being able to use something that was easy for all of us, not mum's on another diet, or mum's doing her own thing and then cooking 5 different meals for the rest of the family. It's been really easy to introduce to the whole family. Our boys eat really well. They're not very often sick. Our little boy, who is 3, did just have a bug on the weekend, and it didn't even last 24 hours. I don't think it was even 12 hours. So although sometimes we still do pick up yucky bugs, it's definitely not to the extent as it used to be. They also used to have asthma. We would be at the doctors like all of winter pretty much when we lived down south, steroids, antibiotics, all of that. And since starting the program, less than a year, they haven't had to have antibiotics and steroids for their asthma. There's been no other symptoms, which is amazing. So I guess for me, just the energy, my skin, all of that, and just feeling good within myself and not having to diet. Like, I've done so many different things, the awful soup diet, laxatives, like gross, so bad for your insides. But just being able to, like, I have not, since starting the program, I have not been focused on losing weight, but I have lost weight. And it hasn't been, I'm not a gym junkie. I'm not at the gym every day, and all of that. It's just been really easy. So definitely been a life changer for us. So thanks for letting
Amazing. Thank you so much. It's so cool to see on how many levels this program and product transforms lives. And even, with your little ones with their asthma, there's so many things in our lifestyle that we're not aware that can trigger these things. And, when you just make a few simple changes, it can have a huge flow-on effect in your whole family when it comes to their health. So thank you, Beck, for sharing. So we're going to switch gears now and just have a few stories of the women that I get to link arms with every week, which is just honestly to wake up every day and actually be excited about what you do. I searched for so many years for that. I tried so many things. I studied so many different things only to find every time I can't imagine doing this and being happy for the next 40 years of my life. And so when I came into this, I've experienced a passion and an energy. I read a quote the other day, "You're not tired, you're just uninspired." And that used to be me. I felt tired all the time. I felt low. I felt depressed. I felt anxious. stress about having to go to work because it wasn't fulfilling. Whereas this, I'm constantly energized, even though I've worked harder than I ever have before, because it's just so inspiring what we do. So I'm going to start with Erin, if you want to share with us your story of how this has impacted your life.
Thanks, Kira. Sorry, I unmuted too. Hi, guys. So my name's Erin. I'm a mum of 3. I started out actually as a customer. I met Kira online. I was following her page, and after my second baby, I just needed some help getting my health back on track. I've always been pretty healthy. You know, I'm active and everything, but I just was finding that after having that second baby, my weight had gone up. I just wasn't feeling great, and we were probably having lots of rice and pasta and things like that for dinner. So I started using the program and really just started adding more vegetables, eating a bit healthier, changing things around a bit for the whole family. And it took me I really noticed a change after about 2 weeks. I was training for a marathon. I was doing a lot of running, but I found that my energy levels had changed where I felt like I could just keep running. And I was also able to lose the last of the baby weight after that second baby that I literally thought I was never, ever going to lose. So I was really, really happy. And I just really saw that I could share the program really easily with people because I had such great results. But at the time, I was working full-time with my husband in our traditional business. So my children had always been in daycare a lot. It really meant that I hadn't had an opportunity to be like a proper mum because I was always juggling the business, putting the kids in daycare, not able to really focus on my kids. So for me, when I started to look at what this opportunity could be from a business perspective and how it could help my family, it actually really excited me because I could see that there was a lot of potential there, that I could grow something in my spare time around my children, around everything else that I had going on, which was a lot. And for me, I'm pretty driven and motivated. So I just started to work and build my business, around the kids, around my other business at night instead of watching TV, putting in a bit of time. And it took me about 15 months of doing that to reach basically the top position in the company, which is known as the NMD position. So by that time, I was earning around about a 6-figure income. So I knew for sure that there was no way I could have created that sort of income, especially in my spare time, especially around my kids. And I'd actually had a third baby in the meantime. So I was literally flat out, like I was super busy. But I knew that this business could help us. So the business already has really changed our lives. It's taken the pressure off financially. We've been able to do a lot more travel, a lot more of the lifestyle things. But for me now, what I really find most rewarding is just what I'm creating for my family and what I'm creating for other women, and really helping them to help themselves and their families every day. And like Kira said, just waking up every day really excited for how we get to help, especially lots of other mums. So that's why I just love it so much.
Oh, so much to love. Thank you so much, Erin. And it's just been so incredible. Erin was actually one of the first people who I got to link arms with. And it's just so nice, the friendships that we make along the way as well. So Kyla, I'm going to get you to share your beautiful story with us as well.
Sure thing. Just apologies in advance. I ran out of Omegas a week ago, so my brain has just gone to mush. Anyone who has them already would completely understand what I'm talking about. So I've been a part of this business for 3 years now. I started when my little one was 15 months, and I now have 2 girls. But I'm just going to go back a bit in time because it's really relevant to my story. My story is all about how much this business has changed me as a woman and continues to help me grow as a woman. So before I became a mum, I was a corporate slave and I freaking loved it. I ran 3 huge offices for a really big worldwide international recruitment company. For that company, I was facilitating training sessions. I was running motivational programs all across Australia. I could talk underwater. I was hosting board meetings. I was absolutely dominating in my career, and I really thought this was my life. And then I gave birth, and everything changed, and that whole part of me just disappeared. I'm pretty much a perfectionist, so I dove into motherhood like a duck to water. I found myself breastfeeding whilst cooking. I was cleaning at the same time. I was obviously on Facebook, because that's what you do as a mum. And I could change a nappy in like 3 seconds, and I could tie my hair in a mum bun with no hair tie. And I really was nailing motherhood on 0 sleep. And I loved being a mum, but I'd completely forgotten about that confident, ruthless, sassy career girl that I used to be. And I thought I was 100% fulfilled as being a mum as well, but I had really lost the Kyla I'd been my whole life, and I never realised how much I actually needed her in my life as well. So this business fell into my lap when Nally was 15 months old. It was the perfect timing because financially we started to feel a little bit of pressure, and Mark had said, you need to go back to work. And I really didn't want to leave my little girl. I was so stressed out about having to leave her. So this business and be mum. But it also gave me an opportunity to find me again, and I had no idea how much I needed to do that as well. So one of the most amazing things about this business has been to watch myself regrow as a woman. I remember the first time Kira and Erin asked me to speak on an event like this, and I cried for like 2 days beforehand, and I cried when I spoke as well. It was a massive eye-opener for me because it was a huge contrast from the power suit-wearing woman that I used to be. So over the first 15 months of my business, I went on a huge journey of personal growth, and I achieved the NMD position, surrounded by the most incredible tribe of women, you know, some of whom you've got to speak to and hear from tonight. It's crazy how motherhood has this way of absolutely stripping you down of your confidence in yourself. But this business and the women you get to surround yourself with, they help you rebuild you, and they love you and they believe in you just as much as your babies love you and believe in you as their mama. So I'm so excited to help other women step out of the nappy zone of greatness that I was stuck in for so long. And it's my mission to help them embrace the softness, help them to embrace their nurturing instincts and raise their heads high with self-confidence and self-belief. It's not about taking anything away from us as mums, but it's just about helping us with our own identity as well. I think it's so important that our babies see us shining and fulfilled on every level, but we need to see that as well. And this business has given us the most incredible gift in that. So that's my story.
Oh, thank you so much. So beautiful and powerful. And lastly, we're going to go to Jordana. If you want to take it away, babe.
Hi guys, thank you so much. So I was introduced to the business about 3 years ago now. So 3 years ago, I was at a position, I was studying to be a nurse, I was working part-time, I had 3 young children, and we just bought our dream home. And even though on the outside everything looked amazing, we had a beautiful home, the kids were in private school, everything was great, on the inside I was really, really struggling. One, because my daughter just hated going to childcare. She would scream and scream and scream. I was really unhappy in my job, and because of I was studying, it was really hard for me to be flexible. I had to do the job because it was the only job that gave me flexibility. We looked great, but, the bills were piling up and we were putting every single one of them on a payment plan. I was going grocery shopping at Aldi and getting my credit card declined. And there was nothing worse than that feeling of that sinking feeling going, am I going to be able to actually afford the groceries for this week? I was saying no to the kids all the time, going, no, we can't do tennis, we can't do swimming lessons. It's all the money was going towards the new house. So it was really, it was just not a really good point in our lives. So I was looking for something, but I definitely wasn't looking for an online job. I was looking for something that was going to allow me to work from 9 to 2. I had this really fantasy world. I was going to have a job that was going to work from 9 to 2 and was going to allow me the flexibility to go on my placements for nursing, which was 6 to 8 weeks at a time that I'd be taking off throughout the year. Very quickly dawned on me that kind of a job doesn't exist and I'd have to find another way. So my husband was like, well, you're going to have to go back to full-time work. And that just was not an option for me. My daughter was already, distressed as it was. So I don't know how. I was training for a marathon and I found this website, Erin's Fit Mum Who Runs. And I stumbled upon that and something clicked with me. I don't know what, but it clicked. It was everything that I, love. I'm really passionate about like organic, healthy food and, that nutrition is so important to everybody's well-being. And so when I saw it, I was like, do you know what? I've got absolutely nothing to lose. I'm already in the lowest point I can be. I can only go up from here. Someone once said to me, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And I knew if I didn't change what I was doing at that current time, 12 months from that point, I would still be doing the same thing. So I went all in. And then within 12 months, I was able to leave my job. I was earning a full-time income, which I had never ever expected. All I wanted to do was be able to go and pay my groceries and not have that fear hanging over me. But I'd got to a point where, I had that freedom. I now, I can pay the bills on time. There's none of that stress hanging over me. The kids, I can give them everything they want. I can say yes. They're doing all the sports. They're doing way too many sports. It's ridiculous. We can travel when we want to. And it's just, you have this beautiful community of women surrounding you and empowering you. And to be able to cheer on other women to help them achieve what I have achieved and what Erin and Kyla and Kira have all achieved as well. It's an amazing feeling to be able to share that and see people reach their goals. So, I've just received a message now. One of my girls has just reached a promotion and she's a single mama of 3 beautiful girls. And to be able to go, oh, good on you. And that's so exciting. She's going to be able to, have a better month next month for her and her little family. So little things like that, it makes you so happy. And yeah, that's my story. So hopefully, if you're listening, if that resonates with you, because it is an ego thing for me. I was in a really deep ego place because I was in so much financial and pain and emotional pain, but to come out of that on the other side and know that my life is so much better for it, my family's life is so much better for it, and all the beautiful women that are in my community are also so much better for it. So yeah, thank you, Kira.
Oh, thank you so much. And it's amazing how much the business can transform lives so quickly in the piece. Like for me, when I earned that first check after that first month and reached that first milestone in the business, I felt like I'd been paid $1 million, to be a mother who was a stay-at-home mum who wasn't earning any income, or for families who are financially challenged like we were. It just makes such a significant impact, not just on an emotional level because you're achieving something, you're stepping outside your comfort zone, you're working on yourself, but to have that extra financial income is just life-changing as well. And so really, I just want to summarize that by, life, it's not about, this is about a mission and making an impact. And truly, when you see the hundreds of stories and results, we just finished up our last 8-week shred. We're about to kick off a new one. And when the results and the testimonials come in, and, I get to put together the testimonials and I get to read so many stories of lives that have been impacted. And it's just so incredibly rewarding. And, that money is just an exchange of energy. And it doesn't matter what role you're in life, because everyone says, oh, I don't like sales. No matter what job you have, it's a sales job, it's just this flow of life. And so when we get to add value to someone's life, money is just an exchange of that. And it's becoming okay with that and knowing that you have impacted that person's life. And we have a program and a product that I believe is second to none, that is safe for families. The nutrition support is the safest and most researched on the planet today. And I get to be a part of that. And I've also been able to create a life that is more in line with my values now, that I get to be present with my kids because I'm not financially stressed. I get to say yes to things that are important to us. We get to really focus on our health and our nutrition because we're not stressed, again, financially around that. So money gives you more of the things that are important to you, and it makes you more of the person that you are. I love being generous, I love giving gifts, and I love helping people, and I've been able to do that on such a larger scale in so many ways because of this business. So my challenge to you is, if anything has resonated, if any of our stories have connected on some level, we're here to work with people who are really excited to level up and make a change and make an impact. And you can be scared and excited at the same time. We're not here to pressure anyone, but if you would love to get some questions answered and explore a little further whether this could be a right fit for you, then just reach out to the person who sent you the link to jump on, or if you're watching the recording. And we're just such an incredible group of women, if I can say so myself, that we're just here to support you in whatever you are looking for. So thank you everyone who shared your stories tonight, and thank you everyone for jumping on and supporting. And I hope you guys have an amazing evening. If you're new to the team, then definitely hang out for the 7:30 Start Your Business Strong training as well with Adam. Thank you so much, everyone.